interesting thing is that the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card is a great credit card. Actually, it's one of the best credit cards within the Navy Fed family. And in today's conversation, I want to really shed lights on some of the things you got to know about this card, and specifically 5 things you really need to know about the card for real. Okay, so I want you to stick around if you are interested in learning more about the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card, and here are 5 key things you got to know. You have to know those things about this credit card for real. Whether you are applying right now for the card or you currently have the card, it's very important. So let me give you an overview. So what are we talking about here? This is actually a card that allows you to rack up rewards, okay? You can earn 20,000 bonus points, which actually has a $200 value when you spend $2,000 within 90 days of opening a Go Rewards account, okay? This is a card that allows you to earn 3x points at restaurants, 2x points on gas, 1x points on everything else, okay? And points are worth 1 cent per dollar, okay, on airfare and cashback. So if you have a family, I mean, this card is kind of cool for single people, but it's better for families, okay? Because then you can rack up more points because you have the ability to spend at restaurants, on gas, and everything else, okay? And you can pre-qualify for this card. We love this, okay? We love this thing because not only are you trying to save your credit score, you're also able to see if you can actually earn a high limits, okay? The APR on this card is kind of decent. We love it. You are looking at 9.74 to 18%. Okay. The card has no fees, no annual fees, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees, none of that. So you can use the card overseas, not a problem. Okay. So the rewards are pretty simple. 3x points at restaurants. So if you love dining out, if you love just eating some good food like me, this is a great card for you. Okay, 2x points on gas and 1x points on everything else. Okay, so what we love here is that the Go Rewards points are worth a lot, and you want to apply for this Go Rewards this Go Rewards credit card if you are, as I said before, you're a family person, you love the good food, you spend a lot on gas and all that kind of stuff, and you need to understand also that Navy Federal credit card features are also applicable to this particular card. So you have 24/7 access to US-based member reps, okay? No balance transfer or foreign transaction fees. And then you have the ability to freeze and unfreeze your cards online, not a problem at any time, okay? You even have access to your Fico score if you have a Navy Fed credit score. So that's fantastic. Now let's talk about the 5 things that you need to know about this credit card for real. The first thing you need to know is inquiries. This card, the Navy Fed Go Rewards credit card, it's very sensitive to inquiries, okay? So what I'm trying to say here is that when you have the card, if you are trying to get the card, don't you have a lot of inquiries, let's say 1 month leading up to your application for this card, okay? Because Navy Fed actually, they take pride in this card in the sense that the card comes with a lot of benefits. And if you are applying for other credit cards simultaneously, this could actually derail your chances of getting the card, or of getting the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card. This card, again, believe me, we have actually studied this card for many years. It is very, very sensitive to inquiries. And one thing we always tell people is if you're trying to apply for a Navy Fed credit card in general, you don't want to apply for any other credit card. Just wait. Okay, wait for the card to be approved, or you want to wait for them to deny you, so you have some quote unquote flexibility to do something else. Okay, but if you do it the right way, in other words, if you seek pre-qualification on this card, it's a lot easier. In other words, you can gauge your chances of approval even before. Okay, now there's no guarantee that if you pre-qualify for a card, and especially for the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card, you will qualify. You will actually qualify if you approve for real. But at least it tells you your odds of approval. It tells you, are you 60-40? Are you 70-30? Are you 80-20? At least you have an idea, okay? But inquiries are going to derail your application efforts. So please don't do it, okay? And the whole thing is people talk about, well, I want to, the funny things, we hear stories about you can apply for 5-10 credit cards in a day and they will all count as one card pool. Wrong. Don't you let anybody just lie to your face about those things. If you apply for 10 credit cards in a day, you're going to have 10 inquiries, and those 10 inquiries will actually derail your FICO score by 50 points at least, 50 to 100 points. If we think about one hard inquiry actually reducing your FICO score by 5 or 10 points. So if you have 10 credit cards, you're going to lose potentially 100 points. So don't do it, okay? People just lying to you. Do not apply for many credit cards at once. The only time you can apply for something that will not have multiple detrimental effects on your FICO score is if you're trying to buy a house. If you're buying a house and if the lender checks if different lenders check your FICO score within a short period of time, they will only count as one inquiry. Okay, if you're trying to buy a house or you're trying to buy a car. Other than that, a revolving line of credit like a credit card, no. Okay. The second thing you need to know about this card is what we call patience. This is important. Now, why? Because if your Navy Fed membership is recent, don't you apply right away? Because a lot of people just like, I just got in here, I'm gonna apply for as many credit cards as I need anyway, because I never know, this is lottery, maybe I'll win one. If I apply for 5 different credit cards, maybe I'll win one. Things don't go that way, okay? Son, I want you to be patient. Don't you try to rush anything. You just came into the family, okay? You came into the Navy Fed family. Take a sip, all right? Sip something, tea, beer, whatever, okay? And take time to actually build your relationship with the Navy Fed. You want to actually beef up your relationship. Be patient. This card that we're talking about here, the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card, requires patience because Navy Fed wants to see that you have a positive history with them in terms of membership, that you don't have any sort of crazy overdrafts on your checking accounts or savings account, okay? And so take the time. So you want to wait 6 to 9 months before applying. Now, every now and then we hear people say, well, I got approved and 3 months after or 1 month after I just applied and I got it. Yeah, but that's the exception that corroborates the rule. That's the exception that confirms the rule. But 99.99% of cases, you're not going to get approved, okay? If you apply after 3 months or after 2 months, take the time to familiarize yourself with the Navy Fed rather, okay? So what you want to do is you want to clean your FICO score in the meantime. This is important. You want to clean your FICO score because this will allow you to actually get a higher credit limits once you actually apply in earnest, okay? You want to maintain a positive check systems record. That's what I said earlier. You want to reduce your overdraft and all the kind of crazy, derogatory items on your banking history, okay? And in the meantime, also beef up your banking relationship with Navy Fed. So big decision time, boss. Big decision time. Are you patient enough? Are you considering first? Are you considering the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card? If you are you patient enough? How long have you been a member of Navy Fed? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 10 years? Okay, so please apply our patience strategy, our patience logic when you apply for this Navy Fed Go Rewards credit card. The third thing I want you to know about this credit card is that direct deposit really, 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 really helps you get approved for the card. Oh yeah. Direct deposit has a magical transformative effect on your ability to get a Navy Fed Go Rewards credit card and all of Navy Fed credit card for that matter. Okay, it's really important to understand that when we talk about direct deposit, and I want to insist because we have got questions for many viewers who are some viewers want to know what percentage they should allocate to Navy Fed, and some were asking us, is it okay if I just allocate 10% or 5%? Would that help in my ability to get a credit card from Navy Fed? And our answer is very simple: minimum 25%. Ideally, you want to have 100% of your paycheck with Navy Fed, okay? But minimum 25%, because if you have a small ass deposit percentage like 5%, you're not going to benefit from a stronger Navy Fed relationship, banking relationship, and that's what we want anyway. So this card, if you're trying to get the Navy Fed, let's say Go Rewards credit card, you want to make sure that you make direct deposit so the Navy Fed can see how much money you're making every 2 weeks or every week or every month. Okay, they can see who your employer is. They can see. They can also see. How do you call it? So they can verify your employer. They can also verify your pay frequency. How often are you paid? Okay, and so direct deposit has many benefits for employees in general. Anyway, so you have no lost, stolen, or misplaced checks. No time spent at the bank or ATM. You have access to funds earlier than with paper checks. Okay, and the whole 9 yards. But one thing I want to say here is that if you want to get approved for the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card, having direct deposit helps because they can see your income. And anytime you get upgraded in your income at work, you get a raise and whatnot, you want to actually call Navy Fed, or you want to go into your system, into your dashboard, and update your info over there. Okay, because what you want is Navy Fed to have the latest information about your pay information, your latest pay information. Okay, you can even go to a branch. If you have a local branch around you, just go into a branch and ask to speak to a credit card representative, and they will actually direct you to the right person. And to that person, you just say, listen, my income has gone up. Before 2 years ago, I was making $60,000. Now I'm making $100,000. How about that? So you just actually make sure that they actually update their records. Okay, very important. Let's talk about your NFCU score, because that's something that a lot of folks are, first of all, I just want to say right off the bat, and I've said this on other shows, the Navy Fed internal score is not a one-time thing. Some people are trying to razzle dazzle us, trying to confuse us or confuse viewers about, hey, we think this is a one-time thing. We actually spoke to a few, whatever. Hey, listen. We have proof 100% that this is not a one-time thing. Okay. As long as you are a Navy Fed member, you are going to have a Navy Fed internal score. I don't care what the people are saying. We have access to first-hand data. So we're not even, the funny thing is I'm not in a situation like our team members are not even going to discuss this. Okay. It is a fact. You need to improve your Navy Fed internal score. Okay. So how do you do that? Well, make sure that you take care of the utilization of revolving accounts lines in the last 3 months, because your score will actually pay attention to that. Okay. So what is your CUR? What is your credit utilization ratio in the last 3 months? So they're talking about revolving account lines. So that is your line of credit and also your credit card. Okay. If you have a limited credit experience, this could also detrimentally affect your Navy Fed internal score. So only time can actually heal, quote unquote, heal a limited credit experience anyway, right? It's either you have it or you don't have it. Okay. But pay attention to the ratio of accounts open in the last 24 months to all accounts. Navy Fed pays attention to that. In other words, how often are you opening an account? How often are you applying for credit? Whether you are successful or not, they just make sure that you are not you're just not getting credit products here and there. Okay. And one important criterion also that goes into your Navy Fed internal score is the number of inquiries on your credit report. Okay. And what I'm trying to say here is your Navy Fed internal score has an impact on your ability to get the Navy Federal Go Rewards credit card. Okay. And again, we are telling you this from first-hand experience, okay. And so here's the approach. What you want to do is that with the Navy Fed internal score, you cannot get it until you get denied for our credit products. So what do you do in between? Well, there is a strong correlation. There's a strong correlation between your Navy Fed internal score and your Fico score. So maybe you want to actually use the Fico score as a proxy for your Navy Fed internal score. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Hit it the night
Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation today about the Navy Federal GO Rewards credit cards, the GO Rewards credit card, yes. So I shared with you 5 things that are really important when it comes to, I shared with you 4 things so far that you got to know about the card. So I spoke about inquiries. This is an inquiry-sensitive card, very sensitive. You got to be patient with this card. You need to have direct deposit with this card. You need to make sure that you maintain an NFCU score as high as possible. The NFCU score goes from 100 to 450, okay? And the 5th thing you need to know is the card count. So one thing you need to understand is that there is not a definite number, but Navy Fed has 6 cards in general, right? 6 cards, if you include the American Express card and also the secure credit card. So basically, I'm not sitting here telling you, hey, listen, 4 cards is too much, or it's too many rather. 3 cards is too many, and blah blah blah. No, it's up to you to really see not only the cards that you have, but also the balances you keep on those cards. And because this will have an effect on your ability to get the Navy Fed GO Rewards credit card. Because if Navy Fed realizes that you already have 3 accounts with them, 3 revolving lines of credit with them, aka credit cards, they may not be willing to rent to let you get the 4th credit card unless you have perfect credit, unless you can justify why you need that credit card, okay? And so it's important to understand that you don't have to have many credit cards to actually live a financially responsible life, or financially fulfilling life. No, 2 or 3 credit cards, that's fine. You don't need 500. You don't need 1,000. You don't need 300. You don't need 10. No. 3 or 5, 2 to 3 are fine, okay? And one thing I also want to say here is that there are some potential issues with having multiple credit cards, okay? So spacing out credit card application, managing multiple billing cycles, timing credit applications with big future purchases, your credit utilization ratio that goes up, your payment history that could be problematic if you are not disciplined enough, okay? And your credit age should also be impacted. What I'm trying to say here is that if you want to get the Navy Federal GO Rewards credit card, please, you want to maintain as few as possible and as few credit cards as possible, okay? This is really important. This is going to help you in the long run. It will help you also in terms of your credit utilization ratio. People will start, Navy Fed will really start appreciating your profile, okay? And this will help you. Before I close today's conversation, let me give you a few pro tips, okay? Let me give you a few pro tips for getting your Navy Fed GO Rewards credit card application approved. One thing I also want to say, I want to say, and I just said it a few minutes ago, do not apply for too many cards at once. You want to space out your credit card application, okay? And you want to know what's in your credit report, okay? Navy Fed pulls TransUnion. So at a minimum, you want to know what's on your TransUnion credit report. And if you have time, you also want to check what's happening right now in your Equifax and Experian credit report, okay? And you want to apply for a card that fits your credit score. So my question to you is, does the Navy Fed GO Rewards credit card fit your score, your financial situation, and also your transportation patterns, okay? This is really important. And always try to pay your bills on time, boss. Pay your bills on time. This is really important. You want to watch your credit utilization ratio to make sure that you are actually living within your means, okay? It's all about living within your means. It's all about, now, I'm not saying that you should not pay, you should not charge anything you want on the card. But if you charge stuff on the card, make sure that you pay the full balance by month end, okay? It's important. And you want to create a diverse range of credit. You want to make sure that you are having a line of credit, you are having a loan, you are having a credit card, you are having you're having a wide constellation of credit products. This will help you a lot, okay? And you want to consider a secure card to build credit history. So if you are applying for the Navy Federal GO Rewards credit card and that things don't work out for one reason or another, you can always get the Navy Federal secure credit card to actually beef up your credit score, okay? It's important. And also, if you're trying to get a Navy Federal GO Rewards credit card, see if they can actually consider you, if they can have a co-signer on the credit card. Sometimes they do this, depending on the states you're applying from, they can actually do that, not a problem. And you want to apply at a Navy Fed branch. Okay, so again, if you are trying to get your credit card application approved, please apply at a Navy Fed branch. Do not apply for this card online. This is totally not good. Do not apply over the phone. I mean, you can apply over the phone sometimes, though. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, the best part is to apply at the Navy Fed. Branch. Okay, you take the time to talk to someone. You take the time to go there. You bring your paperwork. Of course, you gotta bring your paperwork, your personal financial statements, your pay stubs, your annual reports or your quarterly reports, and anything. I mean, this is, of course, if you have a business. If you have a business, okay. If not, you could just bring whatever your tax returns also. That's a great document, and you should be fine. Thank you so much for your attention. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about the Navy Federal GO Rewards credit card. So I gave you 5 things you needed to know about this credit card, okay? And so what we spoke about, I gave you an overview. So the 5 things are inquiries, patience, direct deposit, NFCU score, and the card count. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.